Welcome back. We're still talking about tiger nuts. Today it's a very simple one. I'm using Moore Hi Viz Tiger nuts. I'm going to go with pineapple today. Similar to what I did last time, I'm going to take my korda crusher and put some of those in there with the juice. Last time I was draining the juice, this time I'm not. Got to grind those up real nice. Okay, you can see what that looks like right now. It's awesome. It smells great. I wish you could smell that. And I'm going to grab my breadcrumbs. Basically, we're going to mix this with breadcrumb and using PVA again. Okay, we're just going to empty the contents of the crusher into a container here. Make sure you get all that juice there, because that's going to be what the carrier is going to be through the water. And I just have some plain breadcrumb, and we're going to just put that over top of this. All this is going to do, absorb all the liquid. That way it makes it PVA friendly. Mix that up real good. You can see it's still kind of wet, so I just add a little bit more crumb. The other thing too, this is going to attract even small fish like your bluegill, perch and whatnot, and that's going to quickly draw the carp into the area. Going to mix this up. You can add some of the more pineapple flavoring if you want inside the PVA bag, because that's going to be PVA friendly, whereas this will dissolve it if you just use straight out of the bottle. So right now it doesn't look like much. It's a real light tan color, and I'm going to show you how I rig this up here. Simply put, I'm going to do is take 2 tiger nuts out. And I'm just going to do them back to back. A lot of times I'll do them long ways. In this situation, I'm just going to put them through the side. I'm just going to put 2 on. And just put them on a regular hair rig. I have the hair stripped back. Just seems like it allows for more movement. Slide those through. And just going to put my stopper on and pull down. So there we are. Have a nice little gap in between the tigers and the hook, about a 1/2 inch I'd say. When I'm using bottom baits, I do a little bit closer together. When I use boilies, I do it farther. And all we're going to do now is make up a PVA stick. What we just put it in, our crushed tigers and our breadcrumb. So we'll show you that, and then I'll show you in the fish tank what that looks like. Okay, I let this set up and absorb into the crumb here for a few minutes. It smells pretty good. All the flavor absorbed into the crumb. And just filling up my bag here. Fill that up, get my compressor tool here. Put my thumb on the end and squeeze this out. Now the crumb's still going to be pretty dry, so what this is going to do, make a nice clouding effect in the water. And this one I'm going to use as an actual stick and not on the hook itself like my other video. So what I'm going to do is trim it up about 2 inches like I did last time. And this won't be as tight because the crumb is still dry. So make sure the crumb is down below here. Trim down the middle. Twist it around. And just do 2 overhand loops. There'll be some that comes out a little bit. Just like I said, it's a real fine crumb, so it's going to come out a little bit. So here we are, and let's trim our tags at the top. And we're good to go. So I'm just going to take a stringer needle and run that up through. The tigers are so small that it's not going to catch. And then all I'm going to do is put it onto the hook length. Grab it like so, just slide down, and then bury the hook into the bottom of this. Bury the hook into the bottom, and there we go. It's going to make a nice, highly visible bag on the bottom. And this has worked so many times on lakes when the other tiger nut recipes I've used have not. So we'll show you in the fish tank next, but thank you for watching. Okay, for part 3, I'm going to be using a Moore Hi Viz pineapple tiger nut. 2 of those on the hair with a stick mix. All it is breadcrumb, and I have taken the Hi Viz Tigers and put them through a crusher. So here we go. See how this one works out. Again, it's floating some. The crumbs kind of sprinkling on the bottom there. This will soon dissolve and then lay flat on the bottom. You can see the Hi Viz tiger nuts right there. You can see how it's just basically spreading all over the bottom here. As soon as this drops, we're going to have a nice pile of bait, and then our tiger nuts will lay on top. You can see that just dissolved, most of it anyhow, and it's still sprinkling. Just pop there. That was a nice explosion. See the bubbles coming out. See that's going up and down all over the place. That piece just went flying up there. Went flying up to the top, and it's sprinkling down bait. The rest of it's still dissolving. Bubbles popping out. And all that was breadcrumb and Hi Viz Tigers just crushed up. Made a nice little stick out of it, and put that one right on the hook length itself. You can see the other piece is floating. That's just dribbling down all the crumb and everything. And you can really smell this actually. The flavor is pretty strong. And all I'm going to do now is just to stir this up, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Actually, I'll just let it dissolve a little more and we'll come back. Okay, I just wanted to snap a photo of that real quick. All I'm going to do is put my finger in and represent like carp just rooting it around. You can see a nice cloud there. Spread the whole way down the tank. Going up and down. So this is definitely an easy mix here to do. And it did kind of settle a little quick, but you can see there's particles going up and down. So that's a constant attractor. Got a couple little chunks of tiger mixed all around there. So that rig has worked pretty well when the other ones wouldn't, so I can see why now. It's definitely added a nice little scent to the water. Got a few free offerings there. So that's my other tiger nut rig. Hope you enjoyed it.